Hello, boys and girls. My name is Michael, the friendly neighborhood fun fighter. What's going on, guys? Today, we're going to take it back to the basics. That means we're actually be covering what an NFT actually is. I get it all the time. Like, what exactly is an NFT? And today I have with me No Mo Dan, formerly Dirty Mo, is in the house. What's happening, man?
G'day, mate. This is an exciting one. Before we quit our Web 2 jobs, we'll call it that actually.
Yeah, Web 2 job.
Every second person was coming up to us and going, tell us about an NFT. Or the other thing they were doing is talking poorly about NFTs without a full understanding of what they are. So this is going to be an exciting chat.
All right, cool. And what we're going to do, we're going to keep it pretty simple, guys. I think we're going to give like our opinion on what an NFT is in our own definition without cheating and looking at the internet. And then we'll go to the internet and kind of see what it says there as well to explain what an NFT is. And as a good and gracious host, I'm going to kick it to No Mo Dan to actually give us his definition of what an NFT is. So what is an NFT to you, man?
Do you know, it's an interesting question because I think my answer changes depending on who I'm speaking to.
Good point.
And I might speak to people that are into fashion and it will be totally different from someone that is just into art, or it might be something different compared to someone that's into real estate. Like it changes from person to person because we can always link it back to that person individually. So when I talk about real estate, let's go someone that's a real estate agent. They love talking about selling houses. And I say, wouldn't it be amazing if you always had a record of every house that was ever sold? No one could destroy that record. It was immutable. It was actually stored somewhere that no one else could access and no one had control over that spot. But it was nice and safe. Immutable means that it cannot be destroyed or replaced.
Aha, yeah.
So this, thank you for jumping in there. So this record for your real estate, for your properties, can never be destroyed. And that's great for potential buyers. It's great for the real estate agent. It's great for anyone involved. And I suppose, in short, an NFT is exactly that. It is a piece of artwork that's tied to a ledger or tied to the network, the Bitcoin, not Bitcoin, I shouldn't say that. It's tied to a cryptocurrency network that supports NFTs. Did that make sense?
It makes sense to me, but let us know in the comments if Dan's explanation makes sense. Let me give you mine on what my thoughts are. I'm kind of in the same line as Dan, where I'm just like, it depends on who I'm talking to because I always want to relate it back to something that they may be more familiar with. But I think the best way I've heard it explained was very simple from folks who are from Psychedelics Anonymous. He was just like, hey, imagine that you feel like you have like a very rare painting, say like a Monet or something that you've been passed through your family. You have a certificate of authenticity, you take it in, you get it validated by an expert and they're just like, hey, this is a fake. And you're like, wait, but I have the certificate of authenticity. See what I mean? Like imagine if you had that NFT, that certificate of authenticity lives on a blockchain. It can't be messed up. You can't fake it. You can't forge it. It's assigned to that individual. I don't want to use the term artwork because it can be anything, like Dan was saying before. Yeah. It can be the certificate of authenticity for a painting. It can be a title of a car. It can be a real estate title for a house. It can be anything that you want it to be. And I think one thing people get caught up into as well is saying that, oh, well, it's just silly artwork and JPEGs, but we're at the beginning of this whole thing. And I think when it first starts off, collectibles and art and things were very easy to understand because people already have a tendency to collect things like baseball cards and sneakers and those things as well. So that's what caught on first. I think as we progress, it's going to be all these other things where you need to prove that you really own it, right? As that certificate of authenticity is what I think is going to turn into in the future. Not to mention that a lot of times NFTs are a lot about the community as well. One thing I look at with Bored Apes, people just like being part of that Bored Apes club, right? I think that's the main thing where people are like, okay, I bought a Bored Ape because I actually want to be in that fraternity. So I think a lot of people that have money, they've probably seen Justin Bieber go in and buy one. And they're like, you know what? I think I want to be in the same club as Justin Bieber and get access to, Discord chats or whatever other things they do on their roadmap with the Bored Apes to get access to that community. So it's just more than just artwork. I hope that made sense. Let us know in the comments if it made sense or not. I think we're going to go in a second. I'm going to get it back to Dan's screen. And I'm curious what the internet says. And hopefully we're pretty close because we tried not to cheat. It was just from our own opinion and what we think. What do you think, Dan?
Let's do it. If you weren't going to stop talking, I was going to interrupt you there. So move on.
Your face.
All right. So what does the internet tell us? And I'm going to read because I didn't memorize this Wikipedia page, but an non-fungible token, or an NFT, is a non-interchangeable unit of data stored on a blockchain. So far, I reckon we got a little tick there, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep, form of a digital ledger that can be sold or traded. We didn't really talk about selling or trading, so that's definitely a piece. How do you sell and trade them? Like, what goes on there?
I mean, it's one of those things. Right now, I think the leading marketplace is OpenSea, but at any time, if you own an NFT, you can trade it to somebody else who has a wallet that's attached to that blockchain. So the most popular one is Ethereum right now. So if I have an Ethereum wallet, I give Dan the address. He can actually send that NFT for me after I pay for it, or for free.
Yep, and we're going to do a video about connecting wallets, creating wallets, stuff like that, because I think that's when that might be a little bit of a barrier to entry for some people. So we want to make sure that you're able to set up your own personalized wallet, and it's not stored behind a big company. It's you have full control over this wallet, and that's a big part of cryptocurrency and being decentralized as well. So, all right, so the types of NFT data units may be associated with digital files such as photos, videos, and audio, because each token is uniquely identifiable. NFTs differ from blockchain cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin. One thing we will do in the future is actually go a little bit more technical about what is, and you might have heard ERC20, ERC721, ERC1155, and might just sound like random letters and numbers. And if it does, that's completely fine. You are in the right place. We're going to go a little bit deeper into that stuff in the future. But for now, just know that all NFTs are unique, and that's what makes them really powerful.
100%. I think a lot of times people fear what they don't understand. And I think our main challenge here and what we're doing with NFTU is trying to educate you guys so you can understand what these things actually mean and what the practical utility is behind it. So maybe you can inform the next person and we can really push forward into Web3. It's kind of like Thanos. It's inevitable. So you may as well get across it. And that's what we're here for. Dan, do you have anything else before we wrap up about NFTs?
No, but I reckon there's going to be a great video that we're going to do shortly about 10 hot questions you are likely to get asked if someone's not for NFTs.
I can't wait to actually record that video, guys. So let us know in the comments if you're into NFTs, and drop down below what questions you normally get. The one I get the most is friggin', why would somebody spend so much money on a stupid picture I can right click and save? If you agree, let us know in the comments, guys. But we're gonna let you get up out of here. Hopefully that made sense to you guys. Let us know if it didn't. We'll definitely try to explain further. And we do have some written material with the glossary and things like that that can help reinforce their learning as well. Until next time, it's your friendly neighborhood FUD fighter, No Mo Dan, signing off. Peace.
See ya.